if there is no legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, nor federal place for which is defined as physical environment for evil, for which is defined as causing discomfort in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, nor prisons all over the world, as well as no home, for which is defined as one place of residence, for which is defined as the act or fact of living or regularly staying at or in some place for the discharge of a duty or the enjoyment of a benefit for doing evil, for which is defined as causing mental, physical, and financial harm in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Therefore, if the judges nor the elected officials of the United States government of the United States of America did not legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, nor federally fix the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal mistake for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as an error, misconception, or misunderstanding, and erroneous, for which is defined as containing or characterized by errors in belief in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. So if you are being taught by somebody who know they wrong, then they know that you're being taught wrong because they're teaching you wrong. See, but now the descendants of deceived people, right? Whether they be black, white, European, Mexican, Puerto Rican. See, if the leaders of us is lying to us individually, even if they lying to some to give them wealth, then they still lying to the wealthy, right? So now, if someone's lying to you and they giving you money and the money is making you feel powerful, then you don't see that the person who gave you the money is way more powerful than you because they gave you the money. So they know how to take the money they gave you. Now you don't know how to do nothing but receive the money that was given to you. Now what then are you going to do when you become me? When they take the money and the job that gave you the money. Now, that's when you see that the money is the illusion of who you are. See, because that's why everybody now think that I ain't nothing. But I'm saying to my wife, I'm saying, see, that's what y'all don't understand. My wife was with me when my family was saying I was nothing. When everybody else was saying, oh, Tom ain't gonna be nothing. Girl, he finna mess up your life. She was 19 when everybody was telling her that. She 54 now. See, so you can't tell her nothing. She not a kid no more. She know. Now, the only difference is she didn't wake up to who her husband is because she's still in love with her boyfriend. See, so she looked back and she don't see nothing but me in high school. See, just like my friends look back and don't see me at nothing but in the stand-ups. Or my friends who was with me in the military, they look back and see me in the military. See, I have never changed because my enemy hasn't changed. So now I'm going back to my friends and I'm saying, okay, man, now I can explain to you the scene that you didn't understand when it was being directed. See, you thought that they was controlling me. That's why I'm going to my friends and I'm saying, hey man, remember when I did this and they called me and I went to the thing, remember, and I came back, we were laughing about it. I'm saying, see, what y'all consider pressure, I consider releasing pressure. See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like when you Christians say, if God don't condemn you, nor will I. Well, I'm saying, well, see, if I didn't let the pressure off me, then the pressure would be on me because I wouldn't have been me. See what I'm saying? So how can I then prove that I am who I am if I couldn't go back, right? And then reference times like these. See, I'm saying, listen, man, I done this before by myself, and friends, I got witnesses that'll tell you that, hey, man, Tommy was in the military and he don't have to call no officer, sir, because he said it's against his religion. Now, they was laughing. Oh, Tommy say it's against his religion. He say he Yahweh. See? But what is Yahweh? That's God. See? But they tripping. But I'm saying, well, I told you. Remember? But they thought it was a joke. So I'm saying, hey, if you walking with me and you have seen the things that I'm talking about, then how you are not a disciple of mine? But see, I'm saying I just wanted the witnesses. See, I'd say, look, so I could get back to my wife, but now it's 15 years and people saying I'm crazy. But I'm saying, how could you tell a lie in your understanding of truth on me? And then Michael, whom you get your understanding, not Michael, but Matthew and John, right? And James, all of the ones that walk with Jesus. Now, if you are afraid when we free and you telling a lie out of fear in the name of your religion, now what you think Michael and John did when they would die telling the truth? You people not dying telling the truth. You lying because you afraid to die. But yet you telling people about heaven that they got to reach once they die. Then you tell them that when they at their funeral of their loved ones, that their loved one is in a better place. But now you don't want to go and pay for the lie you told in church. See, because if the person who died is in a better place, and I went into the Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, and brought the truth in there to get us into the promised land that Dr. Martin Luther King promised 3 days and 9 months before I was born. Now, that means that the people who walk with Dr. Martin Luther King are the same people that walking with me. See, but the only difference is I wasn't famous, but I had fame because people remembered me. See, they know like, oh man, Castle ain't going, see, oh man, Tommy ain't going for that. See, but man, now they think I'm crazy, see. But I'm saying, well, why did we laugh about my knowledge when you saw it, but you yourself wasn't knowledgeable? See, now, right, in our youth, see, I was still me, but my friends, they wasn't who they are, right? See, now they're religious, they're, got jobs and all that. See, now our lives, when we started making our life, just like you kids that go to college, see, us in the military, we just like y'all. See, we just go to the military and like y'all went to college. See, but we actually die on the job. See, y'all can jive around, play, cheat, whatever you do. See, but we can't cheat. See, when you in the military, if you don't do your job, it's gonna show. Because your job, the next man's life depend on. So the man coming behind you gonna catch your mistakes. Because he or she has to do their job to protect the rest of us. See what I'm saying? So see, that's why military people have blood bonds. See, like, man, when you in the military, you could die, man. See, and so that's why I take it personal. Like because I know the danger I was in. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody else say, because see, in America, what America don't understand is that a military man and woman, even when they practice war, it's war they're practicing. See, they shoot with real bullets. They shoot with real artillery, right? Now, they really be out in the wilderness. They really be out there because they got to learn how to operate for your independence. But now you can then squander someone else's life because you have no value of that person. See, me, I know that the enlisted in the military are the most unprotected entity in America, because when I was an E1, they told me that, say if we was in a toxic environment and the air was bad, right? They trained us to let the the lowest ranked man test the air. Now, the reason why they do that is because he has the less to offer to the mission. So now he or she becomes important because they are sacrificed. See, so okay, say you take your mask off and the gas still there. Well, now you infected by the gas. They don't see it like that. See, they see it as you are a pawn in this mission, right? And the mission has to be completed. So they have already wrote off losses. See, that's why I don't like chess, because the strategy is not getting everybody home. See, the strategy is getting the mission completed. Now, if it takes 100,000 lives, the government don't give a damn. See, because those 100,000 lives were what they needed to achieve their objective, right? Now, but what I'm saying to the elected officials, see, I'm saying, well, you could have been more diplomatic. You didn't have to kill us like that. See, because if you would have had a democratic strategy, then we wouldn't have had to be in a war with a republic. See, because if you would have been the example of democracy, then those people wouldn't have a army. See, just like I don't. See, right? I don't have an army because the elected officials in America is afraid of the truth. So now I'm asking my military brothers and sisters, well, why would you come after me, who is a citizen, not a politician? Why would you take me from my family if it's not racist? It can't be patriotic. So how can you be patriotic violating your oath? And how can you call me a terrorist if I'm in the courthouse defending the Constitution? So now I'm saying to my to my enlisted brothers and sisters, well, I'm saying, well, don't y'all see? I took the mask off, the air was clean, and then they start pumping poisons in the cylinder. See, like when you in the gas chamber, they put pellets in there. See, so I'm saying, man, we in the gas chamber, who putting the pellets in? Because now the gas, but doing your mask. See, now, when you are trained, now you coming against my training. And I'm saying, well, hey, man, I'm a veteran. I actually was trained. So now you coming against a trained professional, and now you're trying to say I'm crazy, but you a professional politician. And I'm saying to my military brothers and sisters who they sent to kill me, I'm saying, hey, who the hell you listening to? The Constitution or the violator of it? Who are you fighting with? King George III or George Washington? Because understand, it was two armies and they was family and friends. See, that's what y'all don't understand, man. The king sent your family to put you in order. America was property of Great Britain. Great Britain and America is family. That would be like me fighting Africa. If my people come from Africa, then I would be fighting my own family in the name of America. So we better wake up and understand the history of this country. See, because those who look like me has no real place in it. That's what they showed me. See, you have a purpose. See, and if you look at slavery, that's what they said, that they bred us for need, right? But now look at what they're doing. They're breeding us, right? And then incarcerating us and then killing the leftovers. See, either you lucky enough to get a job, you in the military and don't die, you come home and get killed by the government. See, they don't want you to become them. That's why they write laws exclusively for them. Wouldn't that be the descendants of King George, where they tell you that they can't go to jail for giving you a service? But you say, hey, man, you asked for that job, man. Don't y'all see this is an election year? They asking you to lead you. They telling you what they gonna do for you. But when you go to them like I did, then it's us versus them. Well, who the hell is them? Because I went, now hold on, let me show you. So now, if the government of the state of Florida has violated my basic rights and my wife's basic rights, therefore my daughter's basic rights and my son's basic rights, then why can't I defend our basic rights as a veteran? See, I'm saying, even if you saying I can't defend it as a citizen, I'm saying, well, how can you take it as a veteran when you gave me the oath? So now I'm asking, do I only defend the Constitution when the elected officials in America tell me that the Constitution needs to be defended? But when it's violating me, my wife, my children, well, now my service to my country makes me a terrorist. But now my country is not terrorizing me, my wife, my daughter, my son, my grandmama, my family, when it's lying on me. So what is America doing now? Okay, so if America takes my basic rights, I defend my family's basic rights with the crime that was committed that took my basic rights, that then made me go back into the military at 39 years old to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and now on October 9th in 2023 at 1:29 in the afternoon, I am now stating and citing the Florida Constitution, Section 2, entitled Basic Rights, that says all natural persons, female and male alike, are equal before the law and have inalienable rights, among which are the right to enjoy, defend life and liberty, to pursue happiness, to be rewarded for industry, and to acquire, possess, and protect property. No person shall be deprived of any right because of race, religion, national origin, or physical disability, inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 9th in 2023 at 1:31 in the afternoon. See, so when is America gonna put herself back on her own foundation? So now, wouldn't America now be Great Britain? Because if I had to use the United States Declaration of Independence to then defend the independence of the United States of America? How was America not under the rule of King George III if I had to give the elected officials of the Americas the United States Declaration of Independence that was given before America was America? See, because your Declaration for Independence wouldn't have been nothing if you lost the war. Just like my family and friends' emancipation in January 1st in 1863 wouldn't have had no historical significance inside of the civil nor criminal courthouses in Seminole nor Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning if my ancestors for whom fought in the Civil War did not win. If they did not prevail, then I would have been property. But because they prevailed and we no longer was property of Great Britain, see, because my family fought in the Revolutionary War. See, Indians fought and blacks fought. They my people. See, so now I fought and now I'm fighting. See, I'm saying, how did I become a terrorist? And you are not a terrorist for terrorizing me. So now, you, America, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, bombed Black Wall Street for being more prosperous than you. So your jealousy has shown itself over time. So now, if white America is not allowing Americans to grow wiser, then wouldn't white Americans be guilty biblically of destroying knowledge? So now, if the Bible says that my people will be destroyed for lack of knowledge, now, how can I be a terrorist when I am giving knowledge to those who lack it? So now, am I not saving according to Hosea, who said that my people would perish for be destroyed for lack of knowledge? Now, am I not giving my people life according to the scriptures? See, I'm not giving you a testimony from the scriptures. I'm giving you law from me, through me, because I'm you. See, I'm saying, well, they, because of my wisdom, tried to settle with me. But then in their settlement, they said that I couldn't educate. So I'm saying, well, okay, if my family and friends saw your calamity and they think it's mine, right? Now, when you give me the money back and my property back, you think they not gonna know you was wrong? But see, now what I'm realizing is, see, my family and friends didn't give a damn about the money. The knowledge, they wanted the money. And I'm saying, okay, so if we got the money, we have no knowledge. So now wouldn't we be in a worse position? Because I had the money and I had knowledge of how I made the money, but I didn't have knowledge of how to protect the money I made. So now when they took the money, the $1.2 million that my wife and I made, well, then I knew, because my mother told me that I make money, money don't make me. I knew I made the money. So now, why would I sell to the criminal the way? But now my people working with the criminal laughing at my way. And I'm saying, do you know that the person you working for tried to buy my way? And now that's why they using you to keep me down, slave? And you study going to work for money? But what about the knowledge? So now, if you have tax problems, like they tried to give me tax problems, well, how you gonna defeat them when they gonna do the same thing to you they did to me? And now you gonna know what I didn't know, that the people don't care because they got their own problems. So then you saying, well, who addressing America's problems? If the elected officials in America is giving every citizen a problem, and every citizen in America is dealing with the problem that their elected officials gave them, so who gonna then do what I'm doing and use the Florida Constitution or whatever constitution in the state that they reside in self-defense. See, why would you keep killing the citizen who got the same damn problem you got? See, why don't you show the citizen who got the same problem you got, the person who giving you the problem? But see, all these people around me, they became the problem. And that's what I'm telling these children about evil, right? So now I'm using my religious freedoms that I see that Jesus lost. See, this what y'all don't understand. See, when Jesus was me, he was a man of God. See, that's why they say he was the son of man, right? But me, I was a man who believed in himself. See what I'm saying? I wasn't a man that believed in others. So when you came after me, you came after my belief. See, but when they went after Jesus, they went after his belief, his ability. See, so okay, even if Jesus believed what his father Joseph believed, Jesus had skills Joseph didn't have because he was able to bring Lazarus back from the dead. He was able to give the blind man sight. See what I'm saying? These was miracles that he was able to perform, and even Joseph was able to perform. Now, if Joseph is the one that was in Israel, in Egypt, who had rose to a level of prominence. See, that's what I'm doing. See, I'm like Joseph. See, I'm in the government and I have rose to a level of high position in the government, the highest position, which is president. See, this is the only country where this could happen, where a citizen could use the laws to become the president of the United States and save the citizens from the impersonator of a president of the United States. Because if you took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and you do not live up to that oath, then an American like me, a patriot, should remove you with evidence. See, you don't just go, that's a coup. See, a coup is when you get enough people to then go and make something happen against the law. That's a coup, because you done violated the law. Now, how do you establish what you violated? So that's why America now has no legal foundation. America is suspended in air, and now can she survive the fall? See, that's why countries rise and they fall. See, now America don't want to fall, but you done already failed because your elected officials led you off of your foundation. So then they start making laws, and this is when it says no law abridges the Constitution. See what I'm saying? No law. See, so let me see. Here it is. This is called Section 4 of the Florida Constitution, entitled Freedom of Speech and Press. It says every person may speak, write, publish sentiments on all subjects, but shall be responsible for the abuse of that right. No law shall be passed to restrain or abridge the liberty of speech. So that's what your elected officials are doing. See, when you defeat them, they then write a law and say that you can't defeat them. But see, then the citizens are so abused by that right. See, listen, man. See, according to this, you have to be but shall be responsible. See, that's the word, but shall be responsible for the abuse of that right. So now, when they're abusing you and then write a law saying that they can do it, that's abridging the Constitution, man. See, but how do a slave even know what abridge mean? I bet you they don't even know. That means you can't build something over it, man. See, it's a bridge. Like it's okay, hold on, let me show you. See, this is what get me, man. See, but they used to say that I was too smart for my own good. But I ain't understand that, man. I'm like, and I'm saying, why would somebody tell a kid that they too smart? Was they too dumb to understand the value of a kid that was too smart? But see, now y'all look at me and I'm saying, well, hell, man, y'all made my ancestors and y'all made me. See, you made them ignorant and you made me prove I was wise. So now I'm dealing with ignorantly wise people. They very smart, but they're deceived in their intelligence. See, that's why I was telling my friend, I said, they have taught us ignorance intelligently. See, I'm saying, brother, we go to school, they give us an A. But if the A is actually a failing grade, then see, you the one that they lifting up. See, me, they've been tearing me down since I was in school and took a IQ test. But now my other friends telling me that they didn't even get an IQ test. They knew I was smart, man. They test me. And then my life became a living hell. They started putting me in slow classes and everything, man. See, that's why I want my own school system, because I saw how my people was created. I went through the creating process and I kept rejecting it. See, so now I'm the one that's the problem. See, because I will not cow down to your illegal treatment of me. See, so I go to the law and they, oh man, the law ain't for us. Oh man, I'm saying, man, what you paying taxes for, fool? Then you call yourself a businessman. You ain't even in on the business of doing business. Say, man, what you doing? You paying to work for yourself. You a fool. But yet you look like you successful, man, because you got money, but no damn sense. You have ability, and the white man pay you for your ability. You get money. You think you safe. But what about when you need the ability to defeat your boss and you do not have the mental capability? So now you're caught up, and now your boss is trying to destroy you because now your boss don't want to be destroyed. So see, I work for the United States Postal Service. I didn't work for no one person. See what I'm saying? And that's what I kept telling them. I'm saying, hey, I work for the post office too. See, but they act like I was on a plantation, which I am. See, the United States of America is a plantation. It's a prison. And if you're not careful, you'll be part of it. You'll become property of America. See, either you are property of America or you work for America. Look at it. You in federal penitentiary, right? You doing time and somebody getting paid to watch you do time. That's not a penitentiary. That's not a plantation. That's not America. So they use Americans to watch Americans. That's a job. But now, the American that they watching, when they in prison, they got jobs for them to do. So now you got jobs for us to do when we paying you restitution. But now when we pay you restitution, you don't have no jobs for us, America. Well, how about if you treat us like we goddamn prisoners? Then we'll all have jobs. If you treat us like we were slaves, then we'll all have jobs. There was no such thing as unemployability when America owned its citizens. There was no such thing as employability when King George III owned the 13 colonies. The problem was that you couldn't have prosperity because of the king. See, you couldn't become wealthier than the king. See, now you got people who see wealth as royalty. And really they supposed to see wealth as a blessing. See, because if you were still the 13 colonies, that wealth that you have, you wouldn't have had, because the king would have saw you just like you saw me. See, and that's what George Washington them was saying. Well, how can our families be prosperous if you are then whole in prosperity? You put me in court because I'm more service industry, service driven than you. So now people come to my business, they don't come to your business, so you come in strong on me. See, that's what they call that, you shaking me down, you extorting me. That's extortion. See, but now when your government do it, when the elected officials of your government do it, they say that they can do it. But I'm saying, well, why did you do it? Somebody in the post office had to tell you to do it. Now, if the post office is a job and it's not a service, then somebody owned the post office. See? So now I'm suing the person who owned the post office and using the United States name as a cover. Now, I can go all the way back to George Washington, who started the Pony Express. So now, am I now suing the descendants of George Washington for my job? Right? So now, wouldn't that mean that they violated the trust that kept the post office protected by the United States government? Because George Washington is the president. He the first president who is noted, is world renowned and widely known as the first president of these United States of America. But now it's evidence that shows that America didn't have a president for some years. And see, so what was the governmental structure? It was the Continental Congress. And see, so now, what then is the Continental Congress? Where that's at? See, this is what I'm telling y'all. America is a work in progress. So it rises, it recalculates, and then it rises again. So, but the recalculation is to keep themselves powerful. See, so when somebody is rising to a level of prominence that the elected officials in America didn't give them, then they put the weight of America behind or on that person. See, so now, when they put the weight of America on me, then I put America's weight on them. See what I'm saying? I'm saying, well, you came at me as Senator Bill Nelson. See, I'm coming at you as Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. See, that means I come with the armed forces. See, you sent a police force. See, so that's the difference between Senator Bill Nelson's power and King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated's power, because before I became a king, I was a petty officer. See, so I rose through the ranks of the enlisted and I passed by the officers and I went straight to the top, Commander-in-Chief. So see, that's why even those who went to college do not want to accept my reign, because my reign is divine, because my wisdom is what shot me to the top. See, not kissing no butt, none of that. See, I made everybody who thought they was above me my footstool. See, that's what happened in court. But see, y'all listen to it in the Bible, but when you see it in real life, you scoff at it. You mock the person. See, you become who Jesus saw. See, that's why I see you the same way Jesus saw you. That's why I know Jesus wasn't a Christian. But even though the evidence is overwhelming that Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee was not a Christian, because if Christianity is based on his death, then how could he be something before that he is in death? See, you made him Christ, and then you built your religion off of your crime against him. And then, so I like to know what was Christianity before Jesus was crucified. See, so you kids go into church and ask these preachers who couldn't read nor write. See, especially black preachers, they really sick, because the history of us shows that we're not wise enough to teach us past events. Because in the past, we was legislated ignorant. See, that doesn't mean we was ignorant. So that means it's people like me that wasn't strong enough to face death to give us life. And that's what I'm saying with these preachers. If you're pacifying us like we babies, when are we ever going to grow to be independent men and independent women. If we can't think independently, what good is a mind that's channeled to think like every other mind? So what is the pursuit of freedom if I can't pursue my happiness? So now a footstool, a low stool used to support the feet. See, so now, if I have made the elected officials Pastor Willie C. Bonds, therefore I have made the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, the elders, Pontius Pilate, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, my legal footstool inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 9th in 2023 at 1:52 in the afternoon. So now, if America's elected officials are my footstool, then what is the citizens in America? Aren't they the footstool of Satan? Right? Because now do not the citizens in America say that they commanded by God to do this to me? That's what they told me, man. God said, God this and God that. But let's see what they say now. Because if you don't have no legal foundation, then you saying that your God has violated his own laws. So now, well then why, according to Moses' testimony, like my testimony, Moses and I are similar. The only difference is Moses said that he had somebody gave him the law. Well, I'm saying somebody gave me the law, right? I'm saying that the founding fathers of these United States of America gave me the Constitution, and they gave me the Florida Constitution when I was 18 years old, when they gave me the responsibility as an 18-year-old young man to defend this Constitution that I have went into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida and walked out with it. Just like Moses walked out of Egypt with every Israelite, I walked out of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida with the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964. I walked out with them, right? So now, why am I not like Moses? And then I wrote the motion just like Moses had the motion of the Red Sea part. So I wrote a motion that parted what would be the resemblance of the Red Sea. See, wouldn't the evidence of the crime be like a river or an ocean, right? And if you are on one side or the other, then how can you get on the right side if I don't part it like Moses parted the Red Sea? But see, if a man is lost in his own understanding, then wouldn't that be why the man is absent from the portrait of a family? So now, if a black man's family was enslaved, then what is the family portrait of a family that was enslaved? See, so if you took a picture of slaves and then the man starts selling them, then if you take another picture, what happened to the family? Huh? Oh, daddy died? No, he over here on this plantation over here taking another picture. That's what happened to the black family. See, when the white man needed money, he sold off your family like he did me. Now, they say I'm racist. And I'm saying, well, when did I sell you? I'm trying to buy me from you. And now you saying you don't want the money. That's what I keep telling y'all who got these student loan debts. I'm saying, well, if they wanted the money, why they didn't let me pay? See, because they don't want the money. They want control over the knowledge. See, you got to work for them to work off your debt. But you bought the knowledge. So if I bought the knowledge, then the knowledge is mine. But you can't go into a bank with a $200,000 degree and get $200,000 to then invest in yourself. But now, that's not a sham. So you mean to tell me that you're going to charge me $200,000 for something that's not worth $200,000 when you give it to me? So when you give it to me, if it doesn't have equity, then it has no damn value. So how can you, that's like a car. You know, when you buy a car, when you drive it off the lot, the car depreciates. Soon as you drive it off, if you turn it right back around and bring it back, they not going to give you the same money for that car. If you take it and come right back. Now, what they did, though, is after people were saying, hey, they got a lemon law. See what I'm saying? Because now, after 3 days, the contract is valid. So you can take a car, buy it, drive it for 2 days and take it back. Say, I don't like it. And no questions asked, they supposed to dissolve that contract because it's a 3-day grace period. See? So that's why they try to talk you away from bringing the car back. See? Oh, no, just try it. And then after that 3rd day, then they say, okay, now bring it back. But now that's when you're going to see the shadiness of that person who sold you that car. See, at first they telling you all of the good things. See, now what you doing now is you taking money out their pocket. Because if you bring that car back before that sale is complete, they don't get their commission. See what I'm saying? So is business a service or is it a con? See, but the way that a con man do business, then it's going to have some deceitful tactics in it. So that's why I'm saying, okay, you gave me a contract that's one-sided. Well, now, because I have caught you breaching the one-sided contract, now you can't abridge my constitutional rights. So see, now, okay, now Satan. See, now these preachers, these ministers, now, do they not tell you that they are led by God? Now check this. So now, according to this, they are the angels who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment. Now, is that not what happened in America? You're not delivered, you are punished. And if you come and deliver yourself, then they gonna track you down for 15 years, put you in a mental hospital after mental hospital after mental hospital. See, that's defamation and slander. Now I have used my rights, right? In section 4 of freedom of speech and press, to then defend my character, right? So now I'm using the law to defend my character. So if I'm using the law, then wouldn't it makes sense that America is violating the law I'm using? But see, that's the thing about a slave. See, they laughing at me, but they'll use scriptures or chapters in the Quran or scriptures in the Bible. But when I'm using sections of the Constitution, they say I'm crazy. But I'm saying, well, you using the Bible or the Quran to show yourself approved by who? By the people you deceiving? They don't know Jesus. They don't know the Prophet Muhammad neither. But you telling them that I'm not defending them when I'm defending myself, and I'm using the Florida Constitution. The Florida Constitution is the people in Florida. So if I'm using the Florida Constitution, then I'm using the people to save the people. But see, the elected officials in the state of Florida has lied to the people when they was becoming the elected officials over the people. And now they have lied and abridged the Constitution of the people. See, so now I have to defend the people as I defend myself with the people's documentation. So I'm telling the people, see, I'm saying every person. So now I'm saying, see, every person, it reduces us to a people, a person, but this is we the people. Oh, let me show you what I'm saying. This is the preamble of the Florida Constitution, right? They say the Constitution of the United States as revised in 1968, consisting of certain revised articles, are proposed by 3 joint resolutions, which were adopted during the special session of June 24th through July 3rd in 1968. See, I wasn't born until January 8th, 1969. So this was ratified roughly 6 to 7 months before I was born, because July is the 7th month, June is the 6th. So now, and ratified by the electorate on November 5th in 1968. So see, this was done before I was born. So that's what I'm telling y'all about. The kids that's born now are born under a 2 governmental system. See, one is the legal and legitimate government, which is Four Castles Incorporated, and the other is the imposter, which is the United States of America. See, so if in history, the United States of America started out as 13 colonies that was owned by a king. Then the peasants then overthrew the king, which making this religious, because the king is a royal entity. So that means that George Washington them was led by a divine presence against a royal entity. See, and they believed in the King James version of the Bible, right? Now, but King George is a descendant of King James. See, so they actually fought the man who had the Bible interpreted in his understanding. It was interpreted in English, but it was formed in Arabic. See, or Judaism, in the Jewish language, right? But like I say, over there, it's Islam, it's Arabic. That's not our language. That's not European. That's Africa. All that stuff over there is Africa. They just broke it up and named it, renamed it, named it again. So see, America to Indians is something else. See, but now that the Europeans came over here, they called it America. So it's just a fictitious name. But now, when that fictitious name came up against my fictitious name, what is America? Like, what is that? But Four Castles is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., Queen Benita Elaine Elch Castle, Princess Tamika Rayshawn Castle, and Prince Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. Jr. Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. You know, because, you know, it's like I just saw his name in the casket. That's what, you know. But hey, that's personal. Anyway, together with one article carried forward from the Constitution of 1885 as amended. So see, this Constitution of the state of Florida was ratified in 1885, but it was revised in 1968. So see, and it was revised again in 2008. See, but they don't want to give me the historical pen that changed America's course. See, but what I'm saying is, when was America ever on the right path if I had to change the course of American history? See, but now those who are descendants of slaves are now lying So I'm asking them, what path are we going to be on in America's crooked past? Not path, past. See, because America never flowed to black Americans. It flowed away. See, now I'm calling black Americans to get the blessing that Dr. Martin Luther King gave us in a dream. And now those black people are turning my dream into a nightmare. I can't eat. I can't see my wife. They telling me about their God. They're telling me about what they believe, and they don't even know that the country is on fire. Cause I set the wick. And I'm steady telling them, saying, hey man, I did this. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And I'm saying, okay, bro. Now, while you sitting up here wasting time, how much food we have? How much water, man? So then when they have a storm, I go to the same foods. And oh man, look, they only let us get 1 pack of meat. Man, they only let us get 2 things of water. And I'm saying, food. Haven't I been telling you, you don't know how much reserves we got? But yet you supposed to be the leader of God's children. And then I tell them about, hey man, well, remember when Pharaoh, he was worried about his food consumption, but he didn't want to panic the Egyptians. So he said that he had a dream and he wanted them to then tell him what the dream meant. And that's when Joseph told him, say, hey man, to stave off this famine, you need to take 7 acres and grow food. Right? He said he petitioned it off. Well, this is what I'm saying to the black preachers. Y'all got all these people under y'all congregation, but how many acres do you have that's gonna feed them? Are you clothing them? Like I'm saying, what God or what father are you if your children don't have the provisions that a father should provide? So that's why I'm coming to these children as a father, not as a king. See, I'm saying, well, I'm a king in court, but I'm a father out here. I don't need to be a king out here. I just need to be a respected father. And I'm saying, why would my children disrespect me if I'm an honorable man? See, if I'm an honorable man, then I'm an honorable father. So if you're going to disrespect me, you disrespecting me as a man. See, damn a father. And I'm telling you, I'm the type of person I'd rather die than a motherfucker disrespect me. I'm telling you. And y'all should see that. It's the only reason why I don't know who it is. It's the United States of America. That's why I'm dragging that bitch in the court. See? I'm saying, hey man, so look, I'm sorry y'all saw me upset, but I'm saying if you got an enemy that's taking you and using you against you, that these people took my wife, my grandmother, my daughter, my son, they took everything I loved and they took it and used it against me. But I know that my family loved me. But now I have to get my family on the right path. Now, I'm asking my family, what do you want me to do when you over there and I'm rooted right here? If I'm legally, historically, biblically, financially, mentally, spiritually, religiously, federally rooted inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, why would you want to dig me up out of legal soil and put me in your goddamn religious soil that is barren? It has no fruit. In 2,000 years, y'all still don't know shit. So now, and especially a black preacher, why would you take an intellectual and make him spiritual? Why? When this man is showing you his mind can adapt to the situation, you telling this man not to think. But yet the Bible is telling this man that his people will be destroyed if he didn't think. See, if he didn't make it possible, it would be impossible because the goddamn teachers is telling them that it's impossible. but they also telling them that all things is possible with God. Who the hell is that? See, that's what I've been saying, but I have been making everything in my life possible. I asked my wife when she was my girlfriend. I told her I was going to get a car. I got the car. But see, I bought a house first. So now, if I was an immature person, I told my wife I wanted to get a car when we first met. But when we got married, the first thing I bought was a house. Now, we had cars, but they were cash. See, so every time I bought a car, I paid cash for it. After the first car I bought with my grandmama, and she did something that I told her not to do, but anyway. But now after that, the first car that I actually paid notes on was my wife's car. See, she got a car first, a 94 Honda Accord in 94. And I promised her that. I said, well, when I get on, I'm going to get you a car. Soon as I got on at the post office, she got a new car. Now, because my mother passed, so I bought a Corvette trying to, like, Ma, I got it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't the one I wanted. See, I like the old one I got. See, I like that body style, but I bought an 86. And, I had it, but it wasn't the one I wanted. So I wasn't satisfied until I got the one I wanted. So I was working, delivering mail, and I saw it. I saw this black one. The dude wanted $5,000 for it. Well, I had already bought, I'm paying payments on the one. So what I did is I went and took equity out my home, and I bought the new car, the one that I wanted. Well, I'm trying to get it the way I want it, right? And I got everything right. I learned how to work on it, everything. But the painting, and that's when them folks, see, damn, I'm crying again. See, but